Have you ever wondered if you truly know your own body? Especially when it comes to pleasure and solitude, most of us assume we've already figured it out. After all, masturbation seems straightforward, a quick release, a familiar routine, and back to the daily grind. But what if the habits you've developed over the years are limiting the pleasure and satisfaction you could experience? What if there's a completely different level of enjoyment waiting for you, one you haven't yet taken advantage of? If that possibility intrigues you, keep listening. In the next few minutes, we'll explore 6 surprising and often overlooked mistakes many men make when they masturbate. Each one can prevent you from enjoying deeper pleasure, greater self-awareness, and even better overall health. By the end, you'll have a completely new perspective on what's possible in your solo sessions, and you might discover some simple, yet transformative changes that can revolutionize how you experience your body. Ready to dive in? The secret that isn't so secret. The myth of semen retention. You've probably heard about semen retention. It's appeared in online forums, videos, and even motivational talks. The claim sounds almost too good to resist. Avoid ejaculating and supposedly unlock limitless energy, sharpen your focus, and boost your testosterone. On the surface, it seems like a mystical key to unlocking ultimate masculinity. But here's the reality. Despite its popularity, there's no concrete science backing these miraculous claims. In fact, several studies indicate that regular ejaculation can help reduce stress, improve mood, and lower the risk of certain diseases like prostate cancer and heart disease. Basically, allowing your body to follow its natural rhythms can offer you more benefits than forcing yourself to hold back. This doesn't mean you should be in a constant quest to see how frequently you can reach climax. It's about balance, mindfulness, and truly understanding your own needs. Think of masturbation as a conversation with your body. If you constantly interrupt or silence that conversation by imposing strict rules like never ejaculating, you might be missing out on crucial information about your health and well-being. True vitality doesn't come from repressing your desires. It comes from working with your body, not against it. Once you set aside guilt or the myth that repression is inherently superior, you'll discover that your sessions become more pleasurable and your relationship with your own sexuality enriches. Breaking the routine, escaping the numbing grip. Ask a group of men about their usual masturbation technique, and you'll often get a similar response. I do what works. And hey, there's no shame in following a reliable routine. After all, we are creatures of habit. But using the same grip, angle, and pressure every time can gradually desensitize you. Over weeks, months, or years, your body becomes so accustomed to that method that it's harder to experience intense sensations with anything else. This numbing grip effect can be subtle at first, like needing more time or pressure to reach climax. Or you might notice it when you're with a partner and realize you don't feel as much as you used to. The good news is that your body isn't broken or insensitive. It's just adapted to a very specific type of stimulation. To break this cycle, start experimenting. Give yourself permission to try new techniques. Vary the speed, grip, angle of your hand, or even the position you're in. If you always sit, lie down. If you tend to go fast, slow down. Think of it as a mini adventure. You're exploring a new realm of sensations. Another useful trick is to use a condom while masturbating. Although it might seem like you're reducing sensation at first, over time, it can help recalibrate your responsiveness so you learn to appreciate more subtle forms of contact. The key is realizing that you're retraining your sensitivity and revealing a whole range of sensations you never noticed before. Think of it as upgrading from a basic black and white TV to a high-definition color one. Take it slow, turning quick arrangements into quality time. How many times have you rushed through masturbation like it's a chore on your to-do list? Maybe you have little time or want to be discreet so no one catches you. A bit of guilt might push you to finish quickly. Regardless of the reason, this hurried approach can prevent you from fully savoring what could be a deeply pleasurable and meaningful experience. In many cultures, there's a lingering sense of shame associated with masturbation. It's something done in private, rarely talked about, and often linked to taboo. So, we learn to rush. It becomes a covert operation instead of a moment of self-care. But consider another perspective. What if you approached it with the same level of respect you'd give to a relaxing bath, a quiet walk in nature, or a meditation session? How different would your experience be if you invited yourself to slow down and enjoy the journey? Try setting the scene next time. Create a comfortable space free from interruptions. Maybe take a warm shower or dim the lights for relaxation. Use a high-quality lubricant designed to enhance sensation rather than just reduce friction. Then focus on the sensations of your body from head to toe. Pay attention to your breath, the textures you notice, and the subtle waves of pleasure that build up. By allowing yourself to be fully present, you turn a routine act into a nourishing ritual. Beyond the obvious, exploring your entire body. Many men make the same assumption. Pleasure is all about the penis. While it's undoubtedly the star of the show, it's far from the only player with a role. Your entire body is filled with nerve endings and potential hot spots that can amplify arousal and orgasmic intensity if you know where to look. Start with the nipples. You'd be surprised how sensitive they can be when touched the right way. Gentle or slightly firmer caresses can send unexpected sparks of pleasure across your chest. Then there's the inner thigh area, which can be very sensitive for some men. Light touches or a slow massage can exponentially increase arousal. And let's talk about the perineum, the small area between the testicles and the anus. Touch it gently if it's new territory, but many men report feeling incredibly powerful sensations when massaging or lightly pressing this area. If you're feeling adventurous, anal stimulation with a finger or toy can offer you a completely new dimension of pleasure. Contrary to what some men believe, exploring this area doesn't alter your identity or make you less masculine. It simply opens the door to more nuanced sensations your body is capable of experiencing. Imagine going to the gym but only training one muscle group. Your results would be unbalanced, and you'd never reach your full potential. The same goes for exploring your body. By paying attention to these other areas, you open yourself up to a more integrated and satisfying experience. You might even discover that your orgasms become more intense and full as you're stimulating multiple pleasure points at once. Tools of the trade. Choose wisely. Let's be real, many of us tend to use lotion or soap in the shower because it's more comfortable. But lotions are formulated to moisturize the skin over time, not to optimize glide and reduce friction needed for masturbation. Plus, certain chemical additives can irritate sensitive areas, leading to discomfort or even mild infections. A high-quality lubricant designed specifically for sexual pleasure can be a game-changer. These lubricants come in different types: water-based, silicone-based, even hybrid blends, each with its own feel. Experiment to find what suits you best. You'll likely notice an immediate difference in how your skin feels, the smoothness of the glide, and the amount of pleasurable sensations you can experience. Instead of dealing with irritation or dryness, and since we're talking about tools, don't underestimate the world of male sex toys. From penis-designed vibrators to masturbators and automatic rings, there's a wide range of options that can shake up your usual routine. Adding a toy doesn't mean replacing your hand. It means adding another dimension to your solo play. If you're curious but hesitant, start with something basic. Maybe a simple ring that increases sensitivity or a gentle vibrator to experiment with different sensations. The idea is to explore, not follow a prescribed checklist. Let your curiosity guide you and see where it takes you. Confronting the stigma, overcoming judgment and shame. It's surprising how many men still feel shame when it comes to masturbation. For some, it's due to cultural or religious backgrounds where self-pleasure is considered immoral or taboo. For others, it's just a whirlwind of social expectations equating masculinity with certain behaviors, and masturbation isn't usually on that approved list. However, there's a fundamental truth. Masturbation is normal, healthy, and part of a balanced approach to sexuality. By internalizing messages that it's sinful or perverted, you build mental walls that limit your ability to explore and truly enjoy your body. That sense of guilt can persist even when you rationally know there's nothing wrong. One way to dismantle this shame is to view masturbation as an integral part of self-care, no different from exercise or eating well. It helps release tension and can make you more aware of your body's unique responses. When you accept that fact and give yourself permission to discover your pleasure free from negative judgments, you unlock a deeper sense of peace and empowerment. Masturbation stops feeling like a dirty little secret and becomes a celebration of your sexuality. Painting a new picture, a brief illustration. Let's bring this to life with a quick example. Imagine someone named James, who always did things the same way. In his teens, he found a particular grip, learned to do it fast and quietly to avoid getting caught, and never really deviated. Over the years, James started noticing that sex with his partner sometimes felt less intense than it should. He blamed stress, age, or simple boredom. One day, he decided to change things up. He tried a new position, softened his grip, and introduced a silicone-based lubricant. At first, the change felt weird, almost too different. But James tried it several times, adding slow touches along his thighs and even around his nipples. It took longer to reach climax, but the sensations he felt were deeper and more expansive. Over time, this approach reinvigorated his sexual confidence both solo and with his partner. James realized it was no longer about chasing a quick release. He discovered a broader range of pleasure he didn't even know existed. This small change in his routine changed his entire perspective, making him more connected with his body and more curious to keep exploring. Creating a ritual. How to enhance your solo sessions. If the idea of creating a personal self-care ritual around masturbation sounds strange, think about how we do it for other aspects of well-being. We create cozy corners for meditation, invest in relaxing baths or special playlists, and dedicate time to mental health breaks. Why should sexual health be any different? Your body deserves the same attention. Choose the right environment. Find a space where you can relax without worries. Turn off your phone or silence notifications. If dim lighting creates ambience, do it. If you like music, choose something that makes you feel good. Maybe a relaxing playlist or ambient sounds. Engage your senses. Scented candles, soft blankets, and other sensory elements can enhance the overall experience. When more senses are involved, a richer, more complete environment is created that can enhance pleasure. Incorporate gentle breathing before you start touching yourself. Take a minute to breathe deeply. Inhale counting to 4, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale counting to 4. This slows your heart rate and helps you be more present in your body. Explore slowly. Don't go straight to the most sensitive spot. Think of it as a warm-up before a workout. Start with gentle touches in areas that are usually ignored, like the arms, chest, or neck. Increasing anticipation can dramatically enhance arousal. Let the effect fade when you finish. Take a few moments to simply be. Savor the relaxation, notice how your body feels, and let that sense of satisfaction settle in. Instead of rushing to the next task, enjoy the serenity you've created. By adopting a ritualistic approach, you transform masturbation from a quick transaction to a holistic practice that nourishes both your body and mind.